Today, being a respected citizen of the India, I, Devansh Bhatia, going to speak to clear the myths about the Indian Armed Forces, especially the Indian Army, Navy, and Indian Air Force. What are they and what they do? Indian Armed Force consists of three professional forces, which are Indian Army, Navy, and Air Force, they are commanded by the President of India and Ministry of Defense. When we talk about the paramilitary forces like CAPF, ITBP, they are not coming into the Indian Armed Forces as they are managed by the some civilian officer of Indian Police Services. Indian Armed Forces have been engaged in many various operations or as a war like 1947 India-Pakistan War, 1965 India-Pakistan War, and 1971 Pakistan War, and some other like Siachen conflict between India and China, and Kargil War, which is one of the most drastic war in the world history, and they played a very crucial role in the history of World War One and World War Two. India has one of the longest military histories. If I talk about first reference is the Vedas and the epic of Ramayana and Mahabharata. During the colonial period, the Indian Army and the Indian Armed Forces play a crucial role while fighting for the British nations to protect their territory from the other nations like United Nations and many more. Indian Armed Forces shed their loves and blood during the World War One and World War Two, uh, being in the British Army, and earned very highest ranks and awards from them. Now in the modern age, we have the technology, and by the technology, India Armed Forces are getting and growing gradually with the technologies and development made by the companies and DRDO, which is Defense Research Development, and many projects have been working which make our armed forces personnel more convenient, is easier to find out or to neutralize the task that they have given, or the armed forces has four main tasks: to assert the territorial integrity of India, to defend the country if attacked by a foreign nation, to support the civil community if a disaster happen, or and uh, to participate in the United Nations peacekeeping missions, which uh, uh, which take parts annually. The code of conduct is the military Indian. The code of conduct is the Indian military detailed semi-official book of customs and etiquettes of the Indian Armed Forces, which are the major deployment of the Indian Army constitute the border regions of India, particularly Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, and the Northeast India, to engage in counter-insurgency operations and anti-terrorist operations. The major commitments of Navy constitute is to patrol missions and anti-piracy operations of the coast of Somalia. The Singapore Indian Maritime bilateral exercise with the Republic of Singapore Navy in the states of Malacca, maintaining a military presence in the Southeast Asia waters, and joint exercises in other countries. The Indian Armed Forces have been split into different groups based upon their community and their region. The Indian Army has seven commands, which are operational commands, and the Indian Navy has five operational commands. Indian Navy has three commands, and Indian Air Force has five commands and two functional commands, which operate and function simultaneously with and coordinately. The procedure. the selection procedure to join the Indian Armed Forces is not much difficult. Uh, we have so much rally and JCO entries, and for officer selections, the NDA, CDS, FCAT, and Army is one of the largest voluntary army in the world, and it has different corps and battalions like infantries, artilleries, and armed, which work coordinately and support each other at different terrain. And Indian Navy is very vast, and it has 60,000 of active personnel of men and women, and two aircraft carriers, and anti-tank missiles, and anti-aircraft missiles, anti-submarine missiles. Has Indian Navy is one of third most largest Indian Air Force in the world. That India has, and it has 370 Sukhoi jets and 60 Rafale jets and Mirage and anti-aircraft guns, which works to sovereign the integrity of the nation. But still, our soldiers who shed their lives or who sacrifice their life for our tomorrow, they face humiliations, stone battlings, and many more. They not they are not getting the much